Hello, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful second half of the week last week and a nice weekend. Finally got some sunshine in the East Coast here. It's beautiful. A little hot, but perfectly fine with me. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Dollar index, 4 hour time frame. Big move last week. Everybody knows about it. Huge mover. Squeezed everybody. Was painful for a lot. Some did well, some did not. So where are we going to go from here? There's really only two ways that I see that this can really go from here. The first is if we're going to put in a high over 95, we need to consolidate at this zone here, which it appears that we've already started to do. I think that we'll end up pushing up early towards 95.05, some consolidation further, and then if we break that 95.16 level, then we're most likely shooting up higher. So just to kind of jump out to the daily time frame so you can see the level that I'm targeting, it's basically going to be at 96 or yeah, close to there, and weekly time frame you can see it. So the reason why I'm saying that is, we break that 95.16 level. That's break of the 200 period moving average on our weekly. Next fib level is going to be up around 96, so we should end up topping out, assuming that we do break that level, which I think that we should easily be able to do at this point. But in the event that we don't, and we stay pinned underneath that 95.16 level, then we'll start pushing down lower. So again, to jump back to the daily time frame where I have some of the annotations already placed in, you can see that if we consolidate, we either test and then fail and break downwards underneath the consolidation zone of a 94.60, or we consolidate, break to the upside, hit 96, and then ultimately meet our demise anyway back towards those 91.60s. Now I know it seems like, oh, how could you say it's going to go down to these levels? Well, there's many reasons. Economically speaking, there's many reasons. You just have to read some of the news. I'm not really into the whole news thing. I just look at what the price is doing. And again, if we do see price consolidate here, then you can bet that there is going to be another test of these 95s. It's without a doubt. The big question is, do we break it, consolidate, and then rip to 96? Or do we do a fake break and get pulled back down and start moving back down towards support around 92.50-60 area, as I previously was looking for? Still am looking for, but just not quite yet. So near term, just to reiterate, looking at the hourly time frame, that's basically my favorite go-to, just in looking at the analysis on a lower level to see what all the smaller price action is. You can see that after this huge move, we basically have been in a very little range here, holding firmly so far around 94.65 is the lows. And I believe that again, after a little bit of consolidation here, don't be surprised to see another shock move to the upside, test these 95.16s, maybe even print a couple 25s, and then either consolidate at that level or just rush right back down to the 94.60 level and then break down towards 94.30 roughly. So in the event that we do end up breaking to the upside, I gave you my target around 96 or so is what I'm looking for, assuming that we hold the highs. Per the basics of technical analysis, you break out, you test, you make support, and you blast higher, right? Pretty simple stuff. If you break down to the lower side, which also could happen, we've tried this before, and I'm trying to just zoom out to show you that we've had a similar type of move before. We consolidated, ripped up higher, consolidated, and expecting another rip up higher. Now, looking at the overall, strength of this move, you could see that we're basically looking at a move here that was a large squeeze. So obviously your RSI got quite overheated. Similar type of a fashion back here, just not quite the same extent, right? A little bit higher present day versus back here on the 29th of May. So again, I'm expecting to see this type of a similar type of reflex move off of the consolidation of 94.60. That's what it looks to be here as well. So pay attention to the patterns in the past. They tend to repeat themselves in a very similar fashion, maybe not exactly, but very similar fashion. So again, looking for more bullishness near term out of the dollar. If we break the 95.15-16 area, then it'll probably shoot up towards 96. However, in the event that we do not break, I'll repeat myself, we will go back down around 94.60 and then break down as we did in the past, all the way down near the 200 period moving average, and then ultimately hitting our 23.6 fib. Same thing may apply here, so just keep your eyes on that as well. Monitor both sides of this, and I'll update you all on Wednesday. Be safe, use your stop losses, take your time. There's nothing wrong with sitting on your hands and waiting for confirmation.